The views or opinions expressed in the following broadcast do not necessarily reflect those of staff or management of DSE-TV. Viewer discretion is advised.
Thank you, Barbara. My name is Randy Royce. I'm the Development Coordinator for Right to Life of Michigan. And just a few moments, I'm going to share with you some brand new television ads that actually started being aired across the entire state of Michigan just this Monday. But I want to share with you a little information first. Barb was talking about how we can become weary. This has been a 38-year-long battle. The story is told of a stonecutter who would be called upon from time to time to move a huge stone that was in the way, and all he had was a sledgehammer and a chisel. And he would look at that stone and he would begin to pound away at it. Swing after swing, blow after blow. And oftentimes people around him would be watching and it didn't look like anything was happening. Well, one day they called upon him to remove this huge stone that was in the way. And he began to look at the stone and began to pound on that rock, swing after swing, day after day. And after a while, the people kind of left from watching him because nothing was happening. But a little boy stood there on the hillside watching this man. And he watched him swing, hammer, blow after hammer blow. And he began chipping away at this stone. And all of a sudden, with a mighty blow, he hit the chisel, and the rock just broke into hundreds of pieces. And the little boy began jumping up and down and saying, "Wow, what a mighty man you are. With that single blow, you just destroyed that rock." And the stonecutter smiled at the boy, wiped the sweat from his brow, and he said, "It wasn't that one blow." He said, "It was all the blows that I took throughout the week." He says, "I didn't know which blow it was going to be. Every one I had to swing like this was going to be the one that destroyed that rock." Well, that's kind of what we're facing. This abortion on demand is that massive boulder. And we've been swinging away at it now for 38 long years. But we are starting to chip away at that stone. Pat and Barb both shared some great information. At the beginning of our fall banquet season, I was carrying this flyer around. It says, "Partial birth abortion is still legal under Michigan law." Well, as you've heard already tonight, I don't need to carry that around anymore. This is history. It's gone. Let me give you a little history on what it took to chip that piece away. We put a ban on partial birth abortion here in Michigan. We passed a law, but it got challenged and it went to court and went to the Supreme Court, and they threw it out. And in 2007, we had a federal ban that was enacted. It went to the Supreme Court and it was withheld. So here in Michigan, we again presented a partial birth abortion ban before our former governor, Governor Granholm, and she vetoed it. And she's gone. We have a new state house. We have a new state senate. We have a new state governor. We presented another partial birth abortion ban that mirrors the federal ban, and he signed it into law. So now, after 15 years, we have a ban here in Michigan. Now, some people say, well, why did we need one if there was a federal ban already in place? Because the federal prosecutors told us on other issues that they can pick and choose which laws they want to enforce on a state level. So if someone came here to Michigan and began to practice partial birth abortion and the federal prosecutors did not want to act upon it, we didn't have a state law in place that could stop them from doing that. So we had to get a state law in place. We've got it, it's passed, it's done. I believe that we're going to keep chipping away at this stone. And we are going to see, as Barbara said, we're going to see a reversal of Roe versus Wade. We're going to get that 5th Supreme Court justice to change this law of our land. I believe that we're going to be one of the first states, if not the first state, to ban abortion in its entirety throughout the state of Michigan. Back in 1972, we already did that. We voted here in Michigan and we banned abortion in Michigan, and it was because of Roe versus Wade that they said that abortion is legal across the whole United States. We're 38 years into this, and people still don't realize that abortion is still legal throughout all 9 months for any reason whatsoever. But we're not going to quit pounding away at that rock. Obamacare, that was mentioned. Why do we need to be involved with this Obama health care package? Well, we have found out that in that health care package there's at least 5 or 6 different places where the federal funding of abortion is provided for. Now, many people didn't realize that. Some still don't believe that's the case, but it is there. Because remember, everybody was told just vote for it and read it later to see what was in there. Well, that's what they did, and now we're reading it and finding out what's in there. And what's in there is the federal funding for abortion. So we're going to continue working on that also. Another area, and they've all touched on this, is Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is the #1 abortion provider in America. They receive millions of tax dollars every year. And we are doing everything we can to defund Planned Parenthood here in Michigan and hopefully on a national level. We have got to stop the #1 abortion provider in America. I want to show you some television ads now. We just put these ads on the air this Monday. All right? So they've only been on since Monday. Today's Thursday. Since we put them on the air, our website has seen a 63% increase in people who are checking out our website. So we're going to take a look at these ads. The first 2 are the ads that are on right now. The next 2 ads, if we have the funds available, we're planning on putting them on in January leading up to the Roe versus Wade anniversary. So do you give me just a second to get down and then get the lights?